Across Bass Strait, less than 2 hours flying time from the Australian mainland, lies the picturesque northwest coast of Tasmania. Here, amid fresh green hills and sheltered bays, is the ideal spot for that summer holiday, away from the weary heat of the mainland and far from the hustle and bustle of city life. As the plane touches down at Wynyard, one of the airports along the coast, you will begin to feel that all your dreams of peace and contentment are at last coming true. For here you'll find lazy sunlit beaches and sparkling blue sea, little coves and creeks where fish lie waiting for the angler, rugged cliffs and rolling downlands, cool green solitudes where you can pause and listen to the symphony of the bushland. Those who prefer to travel by sea can make the overnight crossing from Melbourne, arriving in the clear morning sunshine at Devonport or Burnie. Burnie, one of the largest towns on the coast, was named after William Burnie, director of the Van Diemen's Land Company, the first pioneers of the Northwest. From the heights above Burnie, you can look down across the town to tranquil Emu Bay and the giant paper mills, the largest secondary industry on the northwest coast. A few miles inland from Burnie, the scene changes as you enter Fern Glade, one of the many loved picnic spots along the coast. You could spend hours here in the silence of the soft green ferns, listening now and then to the clear silver notes of a bellbird. Heading westward from Burnie, the Bass Highway, one of the finest ocean roads in Australia, carries you smoothly along the coast to the town of Wynyard. Here is an inviting golf course where the golfer can play a leisurely round in sound of the ocean, while the bracing sea air makes him glad to be alive. Between shots, he can feast his eyes on the glorious panorama of sea and sunshine. Close to Wynyard Golf Course is Fossil Bluff, a freak formation of sculptured rock which holds a treasure trove of age-old fossils whose hidden secrets are as old as the rock itself. Among the discoveries made here was a fossilized whale, estimated at 2 million years old. Beyond the bluff, like some silent giant guarding the peaceful town of Wynyard, stands the massive dignity of Table Cape. A short drive from the town, the Cape scans the ocean in eternal vigil, while the wrinkled sea beneath him crawls tirelessly on around the world. Behind you lies Wynyard, with its clean sweep of sand, while onwards to the west again, the coast stretches majestically towards Boat Harbour. Sparkling white sand and a clear green bay, sheltered and calm, basking in the sunshine. Lazy seaside cottages set in these beautiful surroundings will make you wish your stay at Boat Harbour could be longer. gliding along the smooth ribbon of the Bass Highway, heading westward again. Blue skies, green hills, red soil, and the fresh sea air which makes the dusty heat of the workaday world seem only a half-remembered dream. Each turn of the wheels brings you closer to a link with the last century, the quaint old township of Stanley. And there it is, clustered at the foot of this unique landmark called The Nut. Stanley, a quiet, historic village, mellowed with age, dates back to the year 1826, when the Van Diemen's Land Company founded one of the earliest settlements in Tasmania. The remains of some of the first buildings seem to whisper stories of the past, for here dwell the shades of bygone generations of men and women who laboured with their hands and their hearts among the green fields and in the deep waters of the fishing grounds. Strolling down the winding streets of this old hilly township, you come to the waterfront, where the fishermen return with laden boats, bringing home the wealth of the sea. They're a hardy, industrious lot, these fishermen of Stanley, as solid and as rugged as the Nut itself, beneath which they pass on their way to the fishing grounds. It towers some 500 feet above them, sheer out of the ocean, an unfailing landmark for their return home. From this lofty perch, you'll get a view of the town that more than compensates for the climb. It has been said that this is the rock on the northwest of Van Diemen's Land where Gulliver was stranded, to find himself in the land of Lilliput, inhabited by tiny people less than 6 inches high. And so, back to Burnie. By way of variety, you can take the train from Burnie, heading eastward along a coast of picturesque little beaches and colourful rocky points. Penguin, another of the prospering towns of this island of sea, sun, and red soil. Penguin has attracted quite a settlement of Dutch migrants who have brought with them to their new homeland many of their own colourful customs. Their national dress conjures up a dream of rustic windmills and bright fields of tulips. A charming roadside tea house near Penguin continues the Dutch atmosphere, a fitting memento to the Dutch explorer Abel Tasman, who discovered Tasmania. Ulverstone, third largest town on the northwest coast, is the thriving centre of a rich dairy farming district. The town is built on the banks of the Leven River, a favourite haunt of salt and freshwater fishermen. Like all the towns along the coast, Ulverstone has its own golden beach, inviting you to lie back and dream. Close to the town and a stone's throw from the beach is Caravan Park, set amidst tall whispering gum trees and native bush, the ideal spot for an open-air camping. And in the evening, when the sun has sunk below the sea and the happy laughter has faded from the air, the surf rolling in from Bass Strait will chant a soothing lullaby for the camper. A little east of Ulverstone, you can leave the main highway, plunging inland through forest and fern, up the valley of the beautiful River Forth. This delightful detour will bring you to Forth Falls, a serene, secluded glade where the singing of the bushland and the prattle of the stream give way to the steady roar of the waterfall. In a shadowy pool at the foot of the cataract lurk brown trout, tempting the angler to try his skill. The road onward to Devonport will take you close under the rugged heights of Mount Roland, the gateway to the roof of Tasmania. Southwards, beyond the far-flung battlements of the Great Western Tiers, the famous Cradle Mountain calls to the adventurer and the mountaineer. But to the north, the coastal plain stretches through green pasture lands and fertile slopes to the modern town of Devonport. Built at the mouth of the River Mersey, Devonport is the busy shipping centre for the produce of the surrounding agricultural districts. Victoria Parade on the bank of the river offers a delightful walk in the cool green shade of trees, while above you the sunlight glistens on the rustling leaves. The gentle breeze carries with it the smell of the sea, fresh, life-giving. As you inhale its bracing warmth, you'll feel a new freedom, a return of youth. Under a cloudless sky, the blue of the ocean shimmers and sparkles, dancing in the sunshine and laughingly tossing a garland of spray at the sturdy feet of lofty Mersey Bluff, impassive, silent, ageless. Distant years ago, the bluff was used as a ceremonial ground by the Tasmanian Aborigines, who have now vanished from the earth, leaving only a few mysterious traces of their sacred rock carvings. Today, behind the lighthouse that guides the coastal trading vessels, is a popular picnic ground and camping site. The River Mersey, with its mouth at Devonport, will take the traveller by motor launch up towards La Trobe, through one of the loveliest waterways on the coast, Bell's Parade. It was here among the lawns and flower gardens that fringe the river that Her Majesty the Queen paused for a quiet afternoon tea during her tour of the state in 1954. Tranquil water, green willows dipping serenely to touch their own reflections, and the launch departs, leaving the reeds to the swallows and the dragonflies.